Supreme Court of Guam Justices are mulling over an appeal before them filed by convicted rapist Robby Narruhn. Attorney Peter Perez arguing there was no credible defense when Narruhn's case went before a jury in the lower court.
Prejudice is there was no opportunity to prepare for trial, to determine, to develop and file pretrial motions, to determine what the defendant's position was, to obtain facts from the defendant and potential witnesses that the defendant would reveal to the counsel.
Justice Philip Carbolito had questions about the evidence tested by the FBI.
What is it about the validity of the DNA evidence that may have been compromised here, or how did this hurt your client?
Because it established beyond a reasonable doubt that sexual intercourse occurred, which was inconsistent with the alibi defense. By the jury being presented with these diametrically opposed positions, there would be no credibility for the defense. And it's almost an automatic conviction.
In February 2022, Narruhn was accused of raping a woman after he broke into her home in Harmon. He was sentenced to 16 years in prison. Prosecutor Christine Tenorio argued an alibi was never asserted in the courtroom at trial.
It is a trial strategy for defense counsels not to attack explicitly when you know that a victim is going to give an answer that you might not want to give. But the trial counsel did that by attacking the surrounding circumstances, and even through other witnesses. They're asking, well, why didn't she scream? If she didn't scream, then it must have been consensual. The defense counsel actually asked the victim on cross-examination, isn't it true that you invited Robby over earlier that day?
As reported, the victim told police she was sleeping when she woke up to find Narruhn sexually assaulting her, adding he was holding a pair of scissors against her lower back to keep her from fighting him off.
The time that he gives for the alibi is not, there was such a gap in time from the time that the sexual assault actually occurred.
Justices are mulling over the decision whether to overturn Narruhn's conviction.
Mr. Perez, Ms. Tenorio stated in her arguments that the defendant was convicted because of her testimony. Didn't have anything to do with the DNA evidence or the lack of an aggressive representation by defense counsel, that she took the stand, she testified, and that the jury believed her. What's your observation?
How does she know? I mean, how would she know? It's speculative.
When you say she, who do you mean?
Ms. Tenorio.
Okay, thank you.